The warm Mexican breeze played with my hair, but inside, a storm of longing raged. I missed Luke like crazy. It had been weeks since we'd seen each other. His job, endless calls, flights. We texted, but it wasn't enough. I needed him. I didn't know how to distract myself until one night while scrolling through Instagram, I stumbled across a video. In it, a girl slowly breaks apart a ceramic heart, and a glossy red glaze drips down like molten emotion. The heart looks so alive and warm, like it holds a real feeling inside. I froze. What if I made something like that for Luke? The problem? I had never worked with clay, ever. But I decided to try. I bought clay, watched dozens of tutorials, and shaped my first lump. It was a disaster. The second was just as bad, and the third cracked when I tried to carve it in half. I spent almost 20 days trying. My hands were covered in dust, my nails caked in clay, and my table buried under failed attempts. But 3 days before our reunion, it finally came together. The heart was smooth and perfectly shaped, and the glaze dripped exactly like in the video. When it hardened, I held my test version in my hands, and tears welled up. It looked exactly how I imagined. I did it. When Luke and I met, he noticed the little box in my hands and smiled. "What's this? Open it." I could barely hide my excitement. He carefully took the heart in his hands. It was cold, solid, until he saw the whole thing. The warm red glaze melted slowly along the edges, forming a perfect melting heart, and he drew in a breath. "You made this?" I nodded. He didn't say a word, just pulled me into a tight hug and whispered, "This is the most meaningful gift I've ever received." And that's when my heart melted. Why do you think handmade gifts hit so much deeper?